Hi, so I really want to talk about something called Haphemania, which is an aspect of OCD where you have to either touch people or things. I did a Google search for Haphemania on Google, and there was barely any information on it. Barely anything. There was not even, I looked it up on Wikipedia and there was nothing, not a thing. I still have coconut in my mouth. Okay. When I was working about a year and a half ago, up fuck, 1, 2, 3 fuck. Sorry. When I was working about a year and a half ago, I wasn't on meds for my OCD because I had my bite splint. So I didn't have meds, and my OCD went wild. It went absolutely wild. It's basically, I had to reach out and touch someone's arm, or their hand, or their shoulder, or whatever. Thankfully nowhere else. Or I had to touch objects. Anything that was on the table in front of me, I had to touch it, and I had to touch them all. Okay, so that was when we were sitting down for a break, let's say, I had to do that. And then the break was over, so I go down the hallway to get my stuff to go back into the factory, and I would have to touch all the things on the walls, not just the things, the cracks. If there was a crack in the wall, I had to touch the crack. If there was a poster on the wall, I had to touch the poster. If there was a part of the wall that protruded and went out, like kind of like a chimney, I had to touch that. And then there were squares on the wall sometimes, so I had to touch all the squares all along. And if I missed something, if I realized I walked past something and something there that I didn't touch, I have to backtrack, go back and touch the stupid thing and get my relief and keep going. And if I don't do it, I just think, I didn't touch it, how could I not have touched it? I have to touch it. And I just go wild in my head about having to touch the stupid object or crack or poster or whatever it was, or so I would not necessarily think, like some people think with OCD, if I don't do it then my family's gonna die or something like that. I didn't think that. I would just get overly anxious and freak out and think about it obsessively, to the point where I couldn't handle it until I actually went back and touched the thing. Then I would go into the locker room to get my big coat and my hard hat, and there was rows and rows of lockers, and I had to touch every single lock. People think that OCD is funny. They think it's funny, and they play tricks on people that have it, and they laugh when the person does the thing that they know that they're gonna do. And I know I've made videos on this in the past, but I just want people to know it's not funny. And it's not just OCD, it's Tourette syndrome also. It has Haphemania. So it's very distressing. It's more than distressing. I had to quit work early that night and go to the ER, and I was just yelling dirty everywhere. And I was touching everything. I was touching things and counting. And when I finally got into triage, I was touching all the things on the wall, the posters, the little cracks, everything that I could possibly touch, the cleaning boxes, the ornaments, anything that was there on the counter, I would touch it. And I realized that everyone in the waiting room was standing up from their seats and watching me. And I was humiliated, and I just dropped to the floor. And I couldn't stop. So on the floor, I was touching the bottoms of the chair, the chair legs, and counting them. And I think that more should be known about Haphemania. If anyone is like a professional who knows enough information on Haphemania to write an article for Wikipedia, it would be amazing, because there's nothing on it. There's nothing. And I think whatever, I don't think anything. I just think it's not funny. I think that it should be respected and approached with a little compassion. I'm so grateful for my medication. If you are in this situation, you don't have to be living it as intensely. There are medications that help with this. You don't have to be living that. It's absolute hell. You don't have to live that. Okay, so that's Haphemania. Touching people, touching things.